I still remember the feeling.
Here on Royal Caribbean.
I wanna dance till I can't no more. All of this time.
So I am gonna do a get ready with me today and kind of talk to you about some of the stuff going on. We have a sea day today. We have not yet hit our first destination, which is St. Martin. And we will arrive tomorrow at 8:30, and then we will hit St. Thomas the next day. Then we have another sail day. We will hit Coco Cay in the Bahamas, and then a sail day back to Miami. But so far it has been amazing, except yesterday I took a nice little tumble. I was wearing my Hermes Orion slides, and I forget that they are a little bit slippery. So I had been wearing my rubber like swim sandals or whatever, and they are rubbing a spot raw on my foot. And so I decided, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and do my Hermes sandals. And so I was walking around in them just because they're comfortable. And we went outside because we were gonna go to the aft of the ship and go kind of look out and over by the infinity pool and things like that, and just watch like kind of the sunset and everything, chill. And I slid down the stairs and busted my leg. I'm sure I fractured something in there, but I'm okay. Because you don't bend that area, it's not in horrific pain, but it swelled like this on the side of my leg. So I looked like I had like a growth coming out of the side of my leg. And my husband's freaking out. And we ended up, we had tickets to go to a comedy show, by the way. Hilarious. They were hilarious. And we, I just asked for a glass of ice and held it on there. And I woke up this morning and it's a lot better. It's not as swollen, but it's just gonna be super bruised. So just like my ego and my dignity, that's all. But anyway, so far we have had a blast. There are a lot of people on this ship, and I will tell you what, going out of Miami is very different than going out of Galveston. Now, I know that there's a lot of people that will fly to Galveston that are not in Texas and go and do the cruises out of Galveston, but the one out of Miami, so this is the first time I've ever been on a cruise out of Miami, first time I've ever been to Miami, and I will tell you what, there are people from all over the world, and people are just not as nice as they are in Texas. We have come across some very rude people. So there is an adults only area called the Hideaway, which we love, and it has an infinity pool. Very fun, but I love that it's adults only. You don't have to worry about the kids running around, like all that kind of stuff. So there are in-water loungers everywhere, and so we were sitting next to one just because we were waiting for our drinks to come. Our waiter, so we had been at the edge, like where the infinity part is, and there were a lot of people who wanted to, get to the edge. So we were standing behind some other people. Once they left, we scooted up just so we could kind of like enjoy that space for a few minutes. And then there were other people behind us, so we wanted to give them an opportunity to get that spot. A lot of people taking pictures and stuff like that. And again, I like to think we're nice people. So we tagged somebody else in to come, and everything wants to fall off, to take the position at the infinity spot. And we went back and there was nowhere to sit. Well, we were waiting on drinks to come, and there were all of these like in-water loungers and stuff. And I don't know why this is like balling up on my face. Very odd. Look, it's like stringing off. I don't know what's happening here. Anyway, do you see that? It's like literally peeling off my face. I have not ever had that happen before. That's kind of bizarre. All right, so let's start over. Anyway, we ended up sitting by some loungers, like on a ledge. So we moved the loungers over just a little bit. Nobody was sitting there, but they had like claimed the spot, which Royal has a policy on no claiming, but we left it alone, right? No big deal, whatever. But we scooted the loungers over just a little bit, just so we had a full space to be able to sit down. And the couple saw us and got pissed off Like, you know, those are ours. And we were telling them, we're not sitting in your chairs. We're moving them to sit on the side. So they were out in the water for like another 20 minutes. They had to do something special to make our drinks. So it was taking a while. And when the couple came back, they sat down in their chairs, and then we were sitting directly next to them. You know, again, we weren't wanting to take their seats, nothing like that. Like, whatever, right? We're nice people. So we ended up just sitting there waiting. And while they were there, some other couple came and sat on the other side of them. And the lady like got her attention and was telling her, she wanted to tell her like she loved her swimsuit. Oh my gosh, I love your swimsuit. That is so cute. And oh my gosh, I love your hair. And so right after that, the lady looks at both of them and is like, hey, you know what? We're gonna leave if you want our chairs. My husband's like, let's get up now. Let's get up. So my husband's the type that like, he has to control himself because he doesn't always have a filter. I'm like, all right, it's okay. Let's go. I mean, but I recognize that was like a super shit thing to do. Like, how rude could you be? I mean, and I have my theory as to why, but I'm not going to go into that. So anyway, we were quite irritated, but we have found people like that everywhere. Like these elevators here, there are screens everywhere, and you push like, okay, I want to go to floor 15, right? And so you push that, and then it tells you what elevator to go to. And you have all of these people that will like literally push you out of the way to get on the elevator. Calm the fuck down. It is insane. So, but you know, I've been out of Galveston twice on cruises and have not ever experienced behavior like this. I mean, it's literally insane. The people who think that they are so entitled, it is nuts. And there's other people on these feeds that are saying the same thing. So like we have this Facebook group for our cruise, and people are literally complaining about the same thing. They're like, I just don't understand what is wrong with people. Like, we all paid to come on this cruise, right? And so I don't understand how you think that you're better than anybody else when we all paid. It's like, I mean, I don't understand. And why not just be kind to everybody? Like, why is that so hard? I don't know. But so we decided this morning, I went and we actually slept in today, which is great because we have not slept in days. While our hotel in Miami was really nice, the bed was so incredibly uncomfortable, which sucks because we're going back there after this. And the pillows they had, so I love like the soft squishy pillows, the ones that they're like feather pillows, but I have to have something solid behind them because I can't just sleep on those because they'll just all collapse and then you don't have enough support. But they only had like 2 of those feathery pillows, and so we had 0 support. We had to call and ask for more, and they're like, we can only give you 2 more. Okay. So we got 2 more, but it still was just, there wasn't enough support. So neither of us slept at all in Miami because the bed and the pillows were so uncomfortable. And then all that stuff rolled up into my nose too. And then here, the bed is a little bit uncomfortable, but I think we were just like so exhausted the first night, and I didn't realize that the hangers all night long were banging in the closet, which I've never had happen before. So I had to get up in the middle of the night and pull them all down. But yesterday afternoon, we decided, you know what, let's just hang all of our shit up so that way it's put away. And this room is tiny, so there's not a lot, like, usually we live out of our suitcase when we do stuff like this. We don't like make ourselves at home and put shit away, but because I have this fear of losing stuff. But we went ahead and did that, and that solved the hanger problem because the wood hangers are not banging up against the side. They've got something soft on them. So Yeah, but whew, anyway, but we did go to the comedy club last night. There were 3 guys. They were hilarious. They have all done something. Like, one of the guys has been on The Tonight Show, and he was on Everybody Loves Raymond. I want to say Jimmy Kimmel. There was something else, but he was absolutely hilarious. One of the guys was super tall, and he reminded me of Conan O'Brien. And he was from Canada, and he was hilarious too. And then there was an older guy, and he reminded me of, I was trying to remember his name last night. Christopher Walken. Oh, finally. I have not been able to remember his name. The Headless Horseman. He reminded me of Christopher Walken. He was so funny. He was hilarious. Anyway, all 3 of them were absolutely wonderful. They told everybody in the beginning, they were like, we're going to talk about things that are going to be offensive. So if you get offended, you need to just make your way down to level 3 and go to the medical facility and have them remove the stick out of your ass. So we knew it was going to be good from the beginning. So that's something we've never done. We've never actually like booked a show like that before, but we were so glad we did. It was wonderful. It was late, but we survived. We're old people, so we usually go to bed pretty early, but we are trying to make an effort to stay up later just because the shows around here are pretty late. And then we went to eat after that and came back to the room and just like passed out. So we slept pretty well last night, which I'm glad. So it's the first good sleep we've had. We also got massages yesterday, which were amazing. Probably best massage I've ever had. So, and my husband right now went to the thermal suite. We're on the same floor as the spa, so it's like right outside our door actually. But we got the pass to the thermal suite because like saunas and steam showers and all that stuff is totally my husband's vibe. Which is why we had the redneck hot tub at home that, as you know, busted. I mean, it literally got this tiny pinhole in it and we could not replace it. We tried everything under the sun. So we have to wait until we can find it on sale again and buy a new one. But anyway, they have these awesome heated loungers too that feel amazing. So I told him to go do that because we have another sea day again today. So we're going to hang at the pool. Yesterday I did not wear any makeup. I decided today I was going to, just because honestly, it gives me way more sun protection than just putting sunscreen on my face. So, and the other weird part, I mean, I know this is gonna sound stupid, but it's a me thing in my head. I feel like people totally treat you different. And that's not how it should be, obviously, right? But they do. If you have on makeup and, all that kind of stuff, they just, I don't know. So I'm just doing it. I also think I feel better about myself when I have makeup on. The part that I hate is having to take it all off, because when you have this much makeup on, yes, I know I put a lot of makeup on. That's no surprise to anybody, but when you have this much on, you really have to like double and triple cleanse, because otherwise all this stuff gets deep into your pores and you can't get it out. And and I've started using retinol. My dermatology nurse practitioner gave it to me. She put me on tretinoin because I'm getting old. Anyway, so I have started using that. Although, to be totally honest, I don't use it every night, because I'm the type that I'm hoping I'm gonna get lucky, and I don't want that to be on my face. Anyway, I know, TMI, but that's me. All my friends know that I am literally like a 20-year-old boy locked in a 40-year-old female body. My poor husband. But, what else? I think when we go back to Miami, so we just spend the night there. We'll have that day and then that night. And so when we go back, I think we're gonna do the bus tour thing, and then I want to hit the art gallery, the Romero Brito's art gallery, because it is there, and I love his work. So, but it's a beautiful day. We've seen some storms. We've seen all kinds of things. I think the first storm was before we even left port. Miami was pretty stormy while we were there, but that didn't stop us from, you know, seeing, doing. The second day we were there, so after we flew in, we went to a restaurant called Luca Osteria, which is owned by Giorgio Rapicavoli, and he won Chopped, for those of you who are Food Network people. But he is like the best friend of one of my favorite girlfriends, Nicole. I call her Nicole. Fun fact, my very first date with Sergio over 20 years ago, almost 21 years ago, he came and picked me up at Nicole's apartment because she was like, you are not having this dude that you don't know picking you up from your house. Yes, ma'am. So anyway, so for my very first date, she made him pick me up at her apartment. So, but anyway, so she's like best friends with Giorgio, and I said, okay, I have to come to this place because, I mean, I met him way back in the day. I haven't seen him since, but I mean, if you won Chopped, you have to be good, right? And I will tell you what, best meal of my life. Oh my gosh. I got the short rib bolognese. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Just incredible. And their Caesar salad, you know, when you go to regular restaurants, you know that they make the salad dressing in bulk. It's like, you know, probably Kraft, I don't know. But theirs, you can taste the freshness. Like, it is freshly made. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell y'all. So if you ever go to Miami, his restaurant is in Coral Gables. You will not be sorry. It is so good. So word to the wise, make that one of your stops when you go to Miami, is hitting up Luca Osteria in Coral Gables. But so we went into that, and then the second day we actually, did we go to breakfast? I can't even remember, but we ended up essentially staying in the room the entire rest of the day. We went, I can't even remember. We had breakfast. We had two of. My husband can't go without eating. I just can't remember where. So we ate, yeah, because I had French toast wherever we were. Anyway, so we had breakfast. We ended up going back to the room and watched movies the entire day. And our room was on a corner, which I've never had before in a hotel. And so the entire thing was windows. And we were up on the 20th floor. It was gorgeous. So we watched the rain roll in and out, and it was fun. Then we had pizza delivered from DoorDash, and we ate pizza and watched movies, and that was literally it. So I think we've just been so exhausted. You know, this is our first vacation in almost 2 years. Our last vacation together was in January of last year for my 40th birthday when we went on our other cruise on the Allure. And this is just like almost 2 years in the making. Because again, it was shortly after that cruise that we booked this one. And we've just been waiting for such a long time. And we've also had a lot going on. We thought that we had a legal win and found out that it was actually opposite. So there's just a lot going on. So we needed a vacation. But Anyway. And it's very hard for me to be away from work. I know that probably sounds weird to a lot of people, but I love what I do. And yes, my job is hard and stressful and everything else, but I truly care about how my center is run and how our patients are being cared for. And I mean, I have the best staff. But I like to know that if anybody needs anything, I'm there and available to help. I'm not the type of manager, as I've told y'all before, that just like sits in the office and ignores everything going on around them. I am actually in the clinic. I sit in the clinic on Tuesdays and Thursdays with our physician in his office and in the actual clinic, and I help do exams, and I write all of his notes and manage treatment summaries, and I order imaging for patients, and I order prescriptions for patients, and I do all of those things. So I'm literally his right-hand woman on those days, which I love because it helps me better get to know our patients and what their needs are, because every patient is unique, you know? But it also helps remind my staff that like I am there for them. And I tell them all the time. I was just talking to one of my staff members the other day, like, you need to remember that we're all equals. It doesn't matter that I'm the manager. It doesn't matter, again, that I have a doctorate. Like, we're no different. You know, the only time that it matters is when it has to matter, like when there's an issue and I have to take care of it and step up and do something. But other than that, like we're all equal people. You know, we all have value and we all have, you know, something different to bring to the table. I mean, there's a lot of people that I work with that do things that I cannot do. And so I need them because they have that expertise or that skill set or that knowledge that I don't. And that to me is what being a good leader is being able to recognize the strengths that your other team members bring to the table and also understanding what their weaknesses are, so you know how to effectively get your team to function, because that's when you bring in your best players to cover those weaknesses, right? And it's also important for me as a leader to be able to recognize when I am the one that possesses those weaknesses and I need somebody else in the area that possesses those strengths so they can help teach me and supplement. So we are getting a little bit rocky right now. I'm like, wee. No, I have not had anything to drink today, but I think we're gonna head out to the pool area and brave the scary people again. Try to see what we can get. They have a swim up bar pool also, and that one yesterday was like full of kids. They were everywhere, which I feel like it really should be no kids at the swim up bar pool. But and also I don't understand why parents are letting their children in the hot tubs. It even says on there, not recommended for children. Hot tubs are not safe for children. Not safe. The temperature, it's too much for their little bodies and can cause damage. That's why it says on there. But you go to these hot tubs and you find babies in the hot tub. You're like, get your fucking baby out of the hot tub. Also, they had to drain one of the pools yesterday and clean it because I guess, you know, kids that are not fully potty trained are not allowed in the pools. But again, a lot of parents don't listen. They're like, whatever. And I guess one of the kids pooped in the pool. So they had to drain the whole thing. They had to sanitize it, scrub it, clean it, whatever, and then refill it. So there was a whole pool that was unavailable for quite a while, which made things even more fun because then everybody else is looking for all the other pools to go to. But anywho, so I love the sound of the waves. I hope I get to retire somewhere on a beach where I can open my back doors and feel the breeze, hear the water. Literally being on the beach is my happy place. I don't need mountains. Okay. No, thank you. No mountains. I need the ocean. I'm not even lake girly. I told my husband that the other day. I was like, look, I get it. My husband loves the lake for, you know, nostalgic reasons, and that's fine. But I have always grown up on the beach. The beach is like just literally my happy place. It reminds me of my childhood. You know, we had a house growing up in Port Aransas. My grandparents built it, I think like in the 30s. And we spent all of our time out there back before Port Aransas was the cool place to be. We spent all of our summers there. We spent spring break. We spent weekends. We spent everything. Anytime we could pack up and drive down there, like we had full groceries in the fridge there. We had everything we needed. And that's where we would go and vacation because it was the only thing my parents could afford because all they needed was gas to get there and back. But we loved it. And so that's my happy place. I'm just curious what, tell me in the comments below, like, what are your happy places? What are your places that bring back those nostalgic memories? Like, where did you go? What did you do? How did your family spend time? Or how did you and your friends spend time? Like, what is it that brings you joy and makes you just so happy you don't want to leave? And I know it's different for everybody. And that's what I think is so great, right? Like could you imagine if every single person on the earth hated being on the lake and all they wanted to do was be on the beach? Like, how many people would be on the beach? And then it wouldn't be fun anymore, right? So we all need different places to go. But my dream is to one day have one of those, like, be able to go out on the water and be, what's the name of that movie? Couples Retreat, okay? Where, bang, bang, where they have the hut on the water and you just go outside and get in the water. How awesome would that be? I think that would be so romantic. So amazing. I think it would be perfect. But anyway, oh, and they have these wow bands. So instead of having to carry your CPass card around, they link this to your room. It's $10 per band. And because I don't like having that lanyard around me. I don't want to have to carry it around. I don't want to have to, no. So me and my husband have our wow band on. And even when you go get towels, return towels, all that kind of stuff, I got all that mascara under my eye. Like, what the hell? But anyway, we just go and tap it on the little reader. Whoop, whoop, done. So easy. So Emily Gemma, wrong direction, here we go. I talk about her all the time. I adore her. And she is so sweet. She does interact on social media. She will talk to you when you DM her. She is a gem, okay? Anyway, she recommended this. It's called K-Skin, and it is a tinted SPF lip balm. It is really pretty. Look at that, so pretty. So I'm gonna take that with me to the pool today. This one is SPF 30, and on the back, it says that it is waterproof for 40 minutes. That's a lot of minutes. So I am going to take that to the pool. And today is gonna end up being hair wash day. since we go into port tomorrow. I did not pick any excursions for tomorrow because none of them, like, I just want to sit on the beach. So there we go. Like, how do you use this damn thing? I don't know. And I looked it up, and we can just go to the beach and pop a squat. So I figured that's what we would do. I'm not like a big excursion girl unless it's something that's like, oh, hey, you know, you can go to the beach, all the drinks you want or whatever, which we are doing in Coco Cay in the Bahamas. We chose the adults only experience. So we will be doing that, and it's all you can eat, all you can drink, and it's supposed to be a really nice like pool area. And we got those tickets when we booked, so I'm hoping that it's not overly jammed with people, so we will see. But anyway, I need to get this mascara off of my eyeballs. I'm putting a little bit of Fake Awake on here. So I had some people recently ask me, like, they said they do theirs and it like comes up to white. Okay. And they wanted to know. So here, so you can either take your finger or you take this end here, and you want to kind of smudge it because then it takes that white streak away. See? And just blends it in a little bit more so that it's not so prominent. And that's the key. You can't just put it on there and walk away. Like, it's not gonna work. Okay. Let me see here. I'm gonna take this brush here and brush this off. So this is actually a trick that I learned from Holly Woodard. Anyway, is that if you get mascara on your skin, leave it alone, let it dry, and mascara will flake right off with a brush. It's been a game changer since I learned that. So anyway, that's that. I'm going to throw on my swimsuit, put on a hat, take this hair down, wrap it up in a little low bun, and I'll show y'all the finished product. All right, y'all. Here's the finished product. I have my hair in a little bun back here.
When we were feeling good, on the dance floor.